Greetings people, it's Jared here, Wolfgang 1, back to do another Transformers review. So this week I thought I'd look at something relatively new, something that I picked up from TF Nation 2024, something that's been on my radar for a little while, and even now I can't exactly determine why it's been on my radar. I just knew that I really fancied getting it, and I'm happy to say I haven't been disappointed for any reason at all. So join me as I take a closer look at Legacy Gears. Right, okay, so here is Gears in his box. This guy's been on my radar for a little while, and was going to be one of the figures that I picked up after TFN if I couldn't get hold of him then. I don't know why I had such a compulsion to buy this guy, because he doesn't look like anything fancy. There's no frills or anything like that. He's not really anything particularly special. He's just an updated Minibot, but he is incredibly fun to fuck around with. Now, this new style packaging, you'd think that someone's nicked the bit off here. This is how he comes packaged, and his chest is a separate piece that connects on, which I will go into when I show the figures, accessories, and that. You know, as I said, not anything special, but one of those figures that I just haven't really put down. Now, I could sit there and watch a film with my partner, and I've got a whole bunch of contemporary Transformers on a table next to me that I can just pick up and do whatever. I must have picked this guy up half a dozen times at least just to fuck around with him while I'm watching films. As I said, nothing earth-shatteringly amazing or anything like that, but something about him, he's just really fun. So let's get him out of the box, because I've got a whole bunch of figures that I need to like sort of get rid of the boxes, and this is one of them. So let's get this review done and get this fucking packaging in the bin and take a look at the figure and the accessories itself. Right, here he is. This is Gears in his I don't know, his little truck mode thing. Again, you know, it compacts down quite nicely. You know, not really anything to write home about. Let's give him a comparison shot between this and the original. So elements of the transformation are the same, and some things, as it's a modern interpretation, some things have been added to the transformation, and that's where the fun factor comes in. So it's for me a decent size, considering it's a updated Minibot, deluxe Minibot. Things work quite nicely just there. Okay, let's have a look at some of the things that he came with. So he comes with one instruction booklet, which I'll be perfectly honest with you is a nice addition but wasn't needed whatsoever. Comes with a tiny little gun which can fit onto the side of him, but you know, the attack mode will look shit regardless, no matter what you do with this. But it's nice to see the Minibots coming with weapons when they didn't originally. And his chest piece. Now, this is the piece I was talking about earlier, the part that comes separately. And this is, I don't know why they did that exactly, but basically what you do is you just connect this to the back of him. So if I do that, and just basically connect it like this, not to any degree of success. There we are. And then just fold it up, and that's the back of the vehicle right there. So yeah, focus, you cunt. There we go. I'll bring the light down a little bit so we can see what we're doing. Bring the camera down a little bit so we can see what we're doing. There we are. There's something I've got a clear picture of. So he's as I said, he's an updated Mini, but if you want to give him his gun, then his gun will attach here. I mean, you know, whatever. There's a port here where it can go to. That looks like wank as well. You can attach it this side. That looks like shit. You can attach it this side. That looks like shit. You can attach it to the top if you want. That looks like shit. Basically, you could have maybe done something where the gun's stored underneath somewhere, but it doesn't. So, you know, no point in complaining over that one. It's a Minibot. I got this guy for 20 quid, which is cool, because I was going to pick this guy up from Forbidden Planet, where it would have been probably in the region of about 25, 28 quid. Long gone are the days, people, at the 16.99 deluxe. rolls very, very nicely on his little wheels. His wheels do have a tendency to pop off if you so much as apply too much pressure in a direction that they're not supposed to go. Just bing, straight off they go. But as I said, it rolls very nicely. The colours are great. It comes through a darker blue than is actually showing up on the camera. The red is vibrant regardless of whether it's on the camera or not. Probably a little bit more muted in real life than what's shown on the camera, but still very, very, very decent indeed. Nice little painted Orbot symbol on the front there. Orbot symbol on the back there. I'm hoping that I put this on the right way because yeah, I did. That's cool. And a little bit of painted detail on the headlights as well. I mean, I'd be tempted to actually just like sort of rub that off with some alcohol, maybe put like a silver emblem on them, because I do prefer the silver emblems, but that's just me. Kind of maybe would have nice to have seen the original M sort of etched into the bonnet, although I do think that is sort of on the back of the head just here, which is you know, nice little touch, but don't really see it if it's underneath the fucking car. So yeah, so that's gears. And as I said, for some reason I've been wanting to get my hands on this guy, and I don't know what the justification was for it, because you know he's nothing amazing. I mean, I've noticed through my collection that I've seen to my classics chug updated contemporary version toys, I seem to have a lot of Minibots now. I've got Warpath, Brawn, this guy, Huffer, Pipes, Classics Bumblebee still. Maybe one or two others aren't immediately. Oh, Beach Cobalt I've got. Maybe one or two others who aren't immediately leaping to mind. So for some reason I've got quite a few updated Minibots, and the Minibots were never my favourite thing in the world. That's just the way my collection's gone. It's just the way it's gone. Not complaining, and I'm not complaining with this guy, because for some reason, although he doesn't set the world on fire, he doesn't knock things out of the arena. For some reason, I can't determine what it is. This guy fucking is ticking a lot of good boxes, and yeah, but I don't know what it is. But he's successful in car mode and bot mode. I mean, yeah, this bit here is a bit gapping. It's a bit annoying on these sides here, considering everything else is so clean. But do you know what? Whatever. So what I think we're going to do is going to set him there. Going to set the camera up a little bit, and we're going to take this fucking robot mode. So we're going to start off with actually, again, just size comparison, just like that. And I'll come on to little gears when I do the review eventually. But the transformation was basically just pull out the back, pull out the arms, and stand the fucker up. This guy, obviously, you can't really get away with that 30 years, 40 years down the line. So they've added steps, and the steps are very intuitive. Nothing gets in the way or any of that shit. It's a very, very clean process. So start by pulling down this section just like that, and then pulling down this section just like this. Okay, that will come into play later on. So then we pull out these sections just here. Okay, so that takes away most of the roof of the car, and then we collapse those sections in like this, fold these sections out, and that will form the legs. Now that's almost the same transformation as the original, just with like an extra step that doesn't get in the way or anything like that. It's just a nice little touch. So we're going to raise the camera up a little bit like that. Then while we've got this like this, we are going to get this out of the way. We're going to fold these wheels in just like that. Then we're going to bring the whole truck section back just like this, just for the time being. This section that's on the underside, you pull that out like this, bring down his little arms like this, and then bring the entire section up. Bring this section down for his chest, lock that into place, spin around his little head, just like that, and then back here you collapse in these wheels and then bring the entire assembly in on itself, just like that. And then that right there, ladies and gentlemen, if the camera will focus, that right there, wrong way, Joe, is Gears. And that's Gears in robot mode. Give him his little gun, because, you know, he's never had a gun before. Articulation in for a bot this size. Articulation where you expect to find it. Look, he does all these things here. He's got a nice waist rotation, things like that. As I said, doesn't do anything exciting. Doesn't set the world on fire. Very by the numbers transformation, but fun. He's a fun little bot. And I don't know what it is about it that makes it so fun. Is it the fact that, you know, the transformation was very, very intuitive? There's no overly stiff joints or anything like that. Everything works just the way it should do. And that section collapses up very, very nicely there. Back kibble, but it's a, you know, if they haven't fucking sorted out kibble in 40 years, I guess they're never going to. Yeah, he's a fun little fucking thing to mess around with. And I will sit there and I will watch films and I'll watch TV programs with my partner and blah, 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 blah. And I will sit there and I will just turn this from robot to car and back again, just like the old advert on the boxes used to say, converts from this to that and back again. And I can sit there and do that half a dozen times or whatever, and just do something with my hands. And he's fun. He's just fun. I don't know what else to say. I saw the original test photos for him. I knew that he was coming out, and I thought to myself, quite like the look of him. Wouldn't mind getting hold of him. If I do, great. If I don't, this is the way I think of all modern toys now. I really wouldn't mind that. But if I don't get it, then fuck it. I don't get it, and then I'll just have to live with it. I'm not going to cry myself to sleep on my huge pillow over it. Glad I got it at TF Nation, so I didn't have to spend extra at Forbidden Planet. But yeah, he's a funky little fucker. He's a funky little fucker. He does what he does well. I don't have any serious complaints with the engineering. I don't have any serious complaints with the overall robot design. Colour me impressed. Colour me impressed for this funky little fella, this little Minibot. So yeah, ladies and gentlemen, that is the review for what is it? Legacy something or another Gears. Do hope you enjoyed this video. This has been Joe Gambay, also known as Wolfgang1. I'll be back. There's other stuff going on my channel, because there's always other stuff going on my channel. So do check back. And if I haven't done the 1000 sub thing by now, I am still planning the review for Fort Max. If I have done a 1000 subs review by now, then Fort Max will be the next one. I'm just covering all my bases there, because I don't know how it's going to turn out. Yeah, in terms of recommendation, if you want one, fuck it, go ahead and get it. He's a nice little fucking thing to just fuck around with. No problems, no headaches, no nothing. Decent face sculpt. Let's get the light on that. A decent face sculpt, decent head sculpt. Looks like exactly what it's supposed to be. Yeah, fucking cool. So thank you very much for watching this. I will be back next week. Until we see each other again, take care.